Je cherche, si vous voulez, ce que j'appelle la poésie de la vie. La poésie, c'est d'être pleinement soi-même avec les gens qu'on aime, avec une communauté. Et quand vous avez cette poésie, vous êtes heureux. La poésie, c'est d'être pleinement soi-même avec les gens qu'on aime, avec une communauté. Et quand vous avez cette poésie, vous êtes heureux.
Hello everybody, hope you're doing right. So who is here already? We got Jim up. Hello mate. Hello Gordy. You like that Windows 98 vibes? Oh, by the way, the music from the waiting room is from Vapa, a friend of mine. It was Viscéral, that one. So go check him out if you like it. He do have a Brave Reward account as well. So yeah. Hello Jenny, good to see you here. As aired, but 69k and so 33k. What did you do? Maybe stop training and learn a bit. Hope that's a joke. Hello, Gordy. Okay, good. So we have 10 people. I forget to do a reminder into to Discord. Just up. There we go. Salut, man. Good to see you as well. And Gordy, you prefer Daft Punk. Well, your choice. So, what are we going to talk about today? Going to talk about Bitcoin. So, maybe we'll start with what I was looking for last week, which didn't play out. So you may remember, I will start with the high time frame in case there is new people coming. So why is it laggy here? Come on, yeah. So yeah, the ID on the high time frame. So is that we are looking to finish the fifth wave of this 10 years more bull run, and wondering if wave 4 is done or not. So last week, yeah, I was looking for the flat to play out, which didn't play out, or the ending diagonal for the flat. So yeah, overall we are looking at a flat. I said it might be finished. I didn't feel it was, and I was looking to finish the C wave of the flat as an ending diagonal like this, which now we can clearly see it's not going to play out, because there might be still some kind of expanding diagonal instead of a leading. I mean, maybe, but right now this is not the best count anymore. So we know that it could be done here, and we might be starting the final fifth wave here. We did reach good target overall, really good target. In fact, I think that we reached the 1-1 extension exactly, forming this channel here, and to the dollar almost, or a few dollars. So yeah, we can't really exclude this is done and we're starting a new wave. I'm still in the idea that this microwave 4 is not totally done yet. I'm missing a few things for me to consider it totally done. Certainly done, I mean. Now, how could we finish this? Well, to get a new low, to break that low, we got an alternative count here. Let's say that we are still in a wave 4 and we still have a fifth wave to come. If this play out, it could stop as really just taking the low here by a few, or come as low as 23, 24k. I'm not sure neither. It's not the prettiest count. So I talked about an alternative already a few times. That maybe, yeah, that was a low, but maybe wave 4 is not finished yet, but will finish with a higher low. So we could be inside a triangle here, a running triangle, as wave B went over the origin of wave A here. That's a count that worked pretty well because we can count corrective move here, we can count a corrective move here, and we can do it as well here. So if that's the case, well, yeah, here I'm just suggesting a possible path. It's really complicated to predict how a triangle will play out so soon. Yeah, maybe because there's really a lot of possibilities. Here we can read ABC. A triangle is always made with corrective waves inside. So here I'm suggesting another ABC, finishing maybe a wave here a bit higher and doing some kind of flat and see here. But that's really only a suggestion because we could make a WXY, WXYZ, a triangle. Yeah, there is a lot of possibility. But yeah, this makes sense because here, you know, we have really important DD level, SR flip level, support resistance that play really well a lot of time, especially here, front run here. And so in an Elliott wave triangle, we don't wait for the E wave to come touch the trend line. It's not mandatory, and in fact, more often than not, the E wave doesn't reach the lower trend line here, and could just stop at that level here. Could be a good front run, or it could come a bit lower, as long as it doesn't come below the C wave. Yeah, so it can come as low as here. And we need to not come above the B wave. So I'm suggesting a wave D here. Yeah, we could be see this higher, lower. Overall, we try to read a triangle shape, you know. It need to look like a triangle. And we need to see a contraction. So contraction in price, contraction in volume, and often you will be able as well to see some kind of triangle formation on RSI as well. Maybe not on the daily here, but on a 3-day or weekly time frame. Anyway, we'll see that when it happens, if it happens. I'm just keeping that in mind, especially because it doesn't feel really weak enough to make a new low anymore, even if we know it may happen. And it doesn't look strong enough as well to be the start of the new impulse. But we'll see, because yeah, you know, when we look for a new impulse to start, usually we want to see a good volume suggesting there's a strength in the new U trend. At some time it can be difficult to read on the first subwave. So if we are in a first, maybe we see the 2, and then the volume will come on this rise. and we'll see really the impulsive move coming in here. I think that's really the time. Yeah, we'll look to or I'm looking for local top here or soon, and depending on how the retrace happen, I will most probably look for longs, and depending how it continue, or if it goes sideways like this, more corrective, and it hardly go up, I will see if I'm preparing the triangle, or if I'm changing my bias and looking for the new trend to continue, which is possible. Especially here, I'm looking at volume on Bybit, but yeah, it's very low on Bybit now. I think FTX took a bigger stance here. So we have a bit of volume here, a bit more. Let me check the comment a bit. A few more people coming, good. Thank you, Gertie. Beautiful chat. One day I will print this chat and hang it on the wall. Queenie like Vapa, good. Viscéral is amazing. I find it too. Did you know it before? Or just discovered it? Jenny, can we consider wave A as a zigzag for the triangle? Yes. And was it? Is there a rule where triangle can't have 5-wave structure inside of them? So yeah, let's keep on the triangle. Triangle is here. So yeah, triangle can't be each wave of the triangle. So each of this need to be corrective structure. So either zigzag, a flat, multi-zigzag, WXY or WXYZ, or even a triangle inside a triangle. When a triangle happens inside a triangle, it should happen at the D wave, in fact. But we see impulses inside the corrective move, because as we're looking here, for example, as an ABC, wave A might be impulsive. If it's a zigzag, it's impulsive. It's 5 waves. If it's a flat, I need to retrace more. It can just be an ABC. And so can we consider wave A as a zigzag? Yeah. So locally, yeah, you mean this look like 5 waves to you? Well, I'm going to shift on a lower time frame chart. VP SVHD. Yeah, don't need this. Let's go on forward. So for me, we can still read this both way. Still, I can still see this as an ABC. I mean, in terms of extension, we are still inside the target for C. Logo not. On linear, yeah, we just reach the, not the maximum, but what we usually expect to be the maximum of wave C. And just kind of struggling to read all of this as a 5 waves with a 5th here, because for me we got a 1. Maybe I zoom in a bit more, and I got, no, it is here. Yeah, I'm reading this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 without not much doubt. And this was complex to count, but I see the fifth finishing here. We'll reach the target. Could we count something different, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe? I mean, if we want to get the C finish here, there's always possibility to force fit a bit something. So I'm not ignoring the fact that this might be a wave C, still a possibility. Also, why I suggested a short up here yesterday. And so yeah, that's could look like an ABC with not too much problem, or in fact, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But for me, yeah, this can't be the 5 of this magnitude. We didn't reach high enough. We didn't reach a minimum target for a fifth. As always, it's Elliott wave. It's debatable, but for me, yeah, it's not done, and I think we might really be in a flat here. Locally finishing a wave 4. Is it done or not? See, and yeah, I would like to see these fifth waves here really clear, coming into, I don't know, we'll have another level, and that if we get a clear fifth wave here, it will let little doubt that we have an impulsive move overall here with a change of market structure, so something new starting. And so I will be looking to long any retrace, in fact, because if we have something new, we look at least as another wave C if we are in a bigger corrective structure, but potentially, as you know, might be looking at the wave 3 of the macro 5, which will be the wave 3 we can expect to be the strongest. Well, maybe not for the fifth, because with Bitcoin we know that the final wave is often a blow off top. It remains to be seen if we will see the same thing. But yeah, I will really want to see this fifth wave to confirm me we have an impulse here. C'est où? Brevert. Vive la France. Yes. So not the big A, the May A wave. May. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, it says this look like five waves here. I agree. You know, we can still say we have an A wave B, and a wave C for a flat. And overall, it still works. Yeah, sometimes we got to zoom out a bit and just look overall how it looked like. We got a good swing here. And yeah, A, B, C. So it's not easy to count the 5 waves here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe with a truncated ABC for the 4 and the 5th. So it's possible. I know there's as well some people that count this as a W X Y X Z, I think, or Z, yeah. But anyway, as if it's a triangle or if it's a flat, in theory, a flat should start with an ABC, not 5 waves. It's supposed to be the rule now. Elliott wave is a theory that evolved through this time, so it's a rule that not as invalidating than others. Like wave 3 cannot be the smallest of the 3 impulses. That's a rule that we can never break. But yeah, in theory, we should be able to read this. We are able to read this as an ABC, either here or either as a flat, which will mean that the microwaves we will have finished here. It worked. I don't like wave C that go beyond the 1-1, to be honest. Say it can. Yeah, it's always easier when we got a perfect zigzag that just do 1-1. And it's clear, but unfortunately the market don't always give us a clear and easy count. What did you do today to earn your place in the overcrowded world? Well, I'm hoping I'm helping a few people here. It can. 160, 180 is a bit of a stretch. Not so much for an ABC. It's really. I mean, I see it often. Of course, when you reach the 161.8 extension, it's when you start to think, okay, maybe we are on a wave 3, not a C. But when you are at 161.8, you are still at, for me, it's still 50-50 both possibility. Yeah. Now, what we really want to see for the short term is to see this red cluster here. So the weekly order block that I was expecting to play as resistance last week and differ a bit, but has been broken here. We want to see this being support now, especially for the for the force. I could see a retest later on of this high volume node here when we made fifth wave. But I will still be looking at the daily level for shallow retrace, as it's a key SL level overall. But I could see like something like a really quick week to the downside happening like in maybe in just an hour and come back up. And we will find probably, I don't know, it depends where it topped out. I could see a golden retrace in this area of 786. But until we see this, yeah, I really need to see this play as support and this daily. The wave. Otherwise, yeah, ABC become more likely than the wave 4. This need to be support for wave 4 here. But how it looking like right now, I feel like it will not reach that low. In fact. So maybe I want What is happening? YouTube is giving me errors. YouTube ne reçoit pas suffisamment de données vidéo pour suivre une téléphone. Par conséquent, une mise en... Ok. Okay. Just checking that everything is working still. More viewers starting to coming. It should not give any problems. I think there's a bit too much people on the road here, and they are taking all my LTE. Anyway, seems to still be working. So I wanted to talk a bit about the failed trade. We had a few. What I advertised on the thumbnail. So yeah, at first I gave the idea of this trade on Discord. I saw locally a bit of supply coming. We reached the 1.1 extension, so we had a good target for an APC. We were at resistance, POC, this preliminary support. So I had a lot of confluence, and I was still playing to edge down to keep an edge in case we were to come down and play the flat that I was looking for. So for me, it was a sensible trade, and I made my stop here sensibly, because taking that high was reducing the probability that we were playing an ABC, not totally invalidating, but it was really reducing the probability. I had tried a new short after we took the liquidity above my stop, in fact, into the golden retrace. So that one was a loser, clearly. But as I said previously, we always play both sides. And in fact, the week before, I think, yeah, I was looking at first for a range to develop here. I said, yeah, I said, at least to the crew, but I talked about it last week. We were into this pump last week. And I say here it looked like a flat. Market looked a bit strong, so I'm going into a long here. And I re-enter, I think, here as well. At first, I was looking again for a bit more down. But especially as we got this move, I say, yeah, going long here. And heavily, I got my invalidation here. And yeah, I mean, there were several possibilities as always. Short was taken locally as we took the highs here. It's always a really good setup. You take it's a swing failure setup, because there is a lot of people, and maybe even the majority of people, when they start trading, I just play breakouts, because when you look at a chart, it's always easy to see that breakout play really rarely, you know. You look at this and you say, okay, there is a breakout, so it's going up, and you can spot them everywhere on the chart. But what you often forget is that break out more often than not, doesn't play out and are being fade out. That's something that you often don't see when you start trading. And so either trend line or horizontal, yeah, often when price start to move like this and it's green, I don't know, it goes some kind of, it goes FOMO, and you start thinking, yeah, you start seeing foresee that the thing is gonna left without you, and yeah, so that's best setup you see all the time on trading. You see fake breakouts, and here on low time frame you even have 2 or 3 of them, and then it come back down. So in the crew we shorted this, and we had a short to come down. We take profit, but keeping some open in case one of the scenario that is looking for a range is playing out. But at the same time, when you see strength, validation, you go long and you're still in a position, a winning position here. And a bit the same thing happened here. I think early starting the week we saw this downtrend here. Yeah, it was on Tuesday. We saw significant supply coming here. I finally read 5 waves finishing here, reaching the target, and say, okay, it might still be a wave C. If it's not a wave C, it's probably a wave 3. So we are entering into a range trading. So again, it was sensible to take short here, because if the wave C was finished, well, we'll have been looking for a lot of downtrend. But at the same time, as you got a range that develop, well, you take profit each time at the low, and you can take position on the other side. And yeah, that's what we do, what I do. And I can't always update every count, but yeah, again, you see here how when you got a fake breakout and you got to move back down, it use a POC. So you take a small take profit and your rest of your position gets stopped out at break even, and as you take a bit of profit, you go out with a bit of profit. And here you got a really nice one as well. We saw it was an A, B. What was it exactly? One A, B, C. Took the short here, took the long here because was reading an A. Sorry. Yeah, A, B, C here. At first, that's what I was reading. So I say, okay, take the long here. As you go up, you read your 5 waves as it goes up. So you know, yes, there's something that is finishing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got divergence of volume, divergence in price. So, okay, I take partial profit. I didn't reach the target for a fifth if that was a 4. At first I thought it was this. So I take a bit of profit. I get my stop just at my entry because I say maybe do a 1, 2, and the rest got stopped out. At the same time, you see again, I talked about it during the morning update. maybe I should put the fib here. You take your fib and you set the 90 to 123 retrace. So especially when you get a strong move like this that break the previous market structure, the trend. I mean, there is thousands of trades you can take like this, and in this area it's a bit wide, but this is still a short you want to take. And at the end, now I'm reading this as an A, B, and a C coming here. So again, looking for long. I think took the short here on the POC. 382 retrace. As I think we may still have a wave 5. I'm never sure. We're never sure with Elliott. We always have several counts. And here you see the orange and the white one. The orange says that, yes, this might be done here. And in fact, we reach the target. Where is the, yeah. Here we go. We reach the target here, the 1-1 extension. So that's the target for the A, B, C. Going to the morning, I see this, okay, I got an invalidation here, can take a bit of long. And now I know that I got an alternative count that say we might have a wave 4 and a 5 still. So a bit of long here. I take profit and a bit of short here in case we come back down. And that's it. And you wait for one to break. Jenny, I'm always hesitating when wave C reach at 0.618 and waiting for one, often miss the trade. Yeah, that's yeah, I understand because it happened a lot, especially what is happening here? Okay, yeah, I don't need this one. It happened a lot. Even here, I think we did add. Where is it? Wave C. We did reach the 0.618, but it was not extremely clear. If we made, gosh, what lag? It's not always extremely clear if we have 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, or if we are still in wave 3 and still look for a 5th. And so it happened here, it happened lower at the start. It happened everywhere on this trend. That's also why I always kept 2 counts, like I'm keeping here, and always front run a bit and long on the what I believe to be a wave 3, even if I feel that we need another wave down. I still long what I believe to be the wave 3 because, yes, there is always an alternative count that say it's enough. And when the trend is strong, well, it is being led by a bit of FOMO. If it's strong, it means that people are bidding things up. So sometimes you want to see the liquidity to be taken, as we are looking for the liquidity to be taken on the upside each time. But when you see that downside liquidity is always missed, like we saw at the beginning, upside is taken, but the downside is not. Yeah, maybe you favor front run target, higher target. But at the same time, here I'm still feeling we need a fifth this time, for once. I mean, I go along, where was it? On the, I think, yeah, what's this? I got my stop here. Well, I take profit at my target for the wave 4. So I close like, well, it's depends a bit of the gut feeling. Sometimes it will be only 25% if I got a strong feeling that is going up. So the bit of profit pay mostly if my trade gets stopped. And like I can keep either tie stop or a white stop depending if I am available or doing something else. But yeah, it's not a huge trade. So it's a 2. So 25% pay for the stop. And if I'm a bit more uncertain, I will take 50%. And so if it gets stopped out, I still go with a bit of profit. There's spam here. Okay. So I went a bit over this strategy. I hope it was helpful. Now maybe I'm going to come back a bit on the higher time frame. Wanted to take the Wyckoff point of view. We're still gonna find mostly confluence with the Elliott wave IDs. I'm struggling here to see a clear Wyckoff reaccumulation. But as it is for now, and as long as we are still above this level, this looks like a deviation of some kind of range here. It's not a really clean one, but it is a range. And as we know, this level is key. This looks like a deviation right now. So now we know might be an ABC. I'm keeping a small hedge. That take profit have been taken mostly because, you know, I'm looking for a fifth. But if it does lost here before doing a fifth wave, if this, if we see this level being lost first, I will be prudent and I will think this might become resistance again and will become a deviation on the other side, like a really good bull trap. But for now, yeah, we'll look for a fifth wave. If this happens, look for either here, either on a stop hunt down here, when we can find a POC and a fib level and other daily level and stuff. We'll see when it happens. Overall, I think this region might be just secondary test in phase B, maybe. And so looking for a move to the eye of the range. And that's where it might take longer. I mean, writing this here, but that's where we might find the top of a triangle. And that's where we'll be looking for short. And then we might come back finishing our wave E. That will be the phase C of the Wyckoff reaccumulation phase. We'll see how the volume develop. But I think we might see this range keeping up. That's why also I'm thinking about the triangle. And if I take my fib, I think we will have some golden pocket about this level here. Yeah, you see golden pocket coming into above those high. So again, we know there is liquidity above here. So for now, the plan is well, I'm going to show it. If I had to make a plan, so the plan that will be something like this. But again, to confirm this trade, I want to see a move up before, probably a bit higher, move up before coming down. And I want to see this final fifth to confirm this trade. And then potentially, when this is finished, we'll look at the length of this, come back down here, wave C, and you see it will fit perfectly, coming into the 1-1 extension, coming into the golden pocket, and at that point I will be looking, but I will be less aggressive than I did earlier week. To be honest, the first trade I posted on Twitter that on Sunday, I think that was premature. I should have waited to see more supply coming in. But as I had a winning position, I said maybe, yeah, I can keep an edge, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I will be looking at, I think. That will take some weeks to play out, probably. But for now, that's the idea. So we got confluence between Elliott wave and Wyckoff ID. And I like this idea. Now, I forget to talk about a few things. Taking just a classic chart with moving average, we have significant things that let me think that we might not see lower than we saw here. So first of all, we are seeing the RSI coming back above the 50 level, showing strength from bulls. We saw that they reclaimed the downtrend resistance. In fact, I talked about this when it happened here. I said, yeah, when I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this trend being broken. I think we might go up. That was one of the reasons why I played the long down here, in confluence with the Elliott wave cap. So we are seeing some strengths here. We claimed the 50 50 daily moving average. We find resistance on the 100 EM perfectly. SMA, I didn't even saw that, but yeah. And we claim that trend line. Now we'll see how the week close. We have this weekly level in green here, which come with the weekly order block I talked about. So we'll see how this week closes. But as long as we close above the weekly and above the trend line, it looks quite strong. And as I said, if we lose this level, especially if we lose it before the end of week and we see this being retested, all of this become just a big bull trap. But as it is now, this is strong. And in fact, we know we have a lot of volume here. I mean, it's really visible here. You see all this volume here, So we can't ignore the idea of things coming more down. But the only confirmation is if we lose all of this range, we lose all of this volume, meaning all of this is trapped now. Until it happened, it is bullish still. And I have to consider it as it is. So yeah, I think most of it. We do have, after we have the 200 moving average and EMA in a range. And that's really the key bull bear SAF flip. When we reclaimed it clearly on a daily time frame, both of this level, so all of this, when it is reclaimed on a daily time frame, usually it's considered by traditional market to be in a trend. So we see it's a bit less evident on Bitcoin. We saw trapped several times, but overall we see it resistance here, resistance and become support, try to be support, being support again more or less, and finally become resistance here. So I think we still have time. But who knows if we were to get some kind of bullish black swan event or white swan event, 1, 2, maybe we see a chart things happening. I don't think so. And in case it's happened, when we get a fifth wave here, that's why also we want to look for a long here, because it might get a 1, 2, and this. So yeah, that's most of it. What there is GBTC. Where is GBTC? Where is my chart? The one. So we have GBTC premium discount here. I talked about. We see we're trying to change the trend. We are seeing a bit of strength. We went up to minus 22%. It's still not enough, in my opinion. One of the reasons I think we're missing some to be really starting the new strong trend. If we see the evolution in a triangle and we see this keeping in an uptrend, that will be a good sign. A bullish sign again. Those whales here. What are they doing? What did I talked about during all this move here? I said for now I don't see accumulation from them, and that's what I want to see. And now we're clearly seeing it. So we saw it starting at about 24, 25k. And since then it's just growing here. So just exactly like we saw here. Not exactly, in fact, because, but close to. Do you have any question? I think I covered everything. Should I do a recap here? Close. I'll do a quick recap. If you have question, it's time. I said it's 10 times, but we want these two hold as support. This is our key area now, and we want this fifth wave to come. Now, if you want to try to see it yourself, I'm not here, you take your Fib extension tool, and for wave 5, you look for the 0.618, the 1, and the 1.618. So you take the length of wave 1, depending on where the 4 finish, you put your third click on the 4, and you look ideally for the 1.1 extension. Wave 1 the same length of wave 5 the same length of wave 1, up to point the 1.618. Alternatively, you can take the length of 1 plus 3, projected from bottom of 4, and you look for the 0.618 in that case, which gives you wide targets. But as this evolves, your goal is to read 5 subwaves in it and to reach the target. And so we want to see this fifth wave to confirm we have a move up before really becoming bullish on a retrace. If we do lose this area, we become bearish, and this box may be a bit higher. We'll see how it plays, but yeah, in that case you look more likely at least for the bottom of the range, I suppose. So, question. Van, what chart is that? I don't know which one you're talking about, because we got like a 30-second of latency. Maybe that was a chart about GBTC. So GBTC is grayscale. I'll let you, it's here, grayscale Bitcoin. I'll let you look for it. And this indicator is GBTC premium. So it shows GBTC is like an entity that holds Bitcoin for customers. And it shows here that the GBTC shares are trading at a 24% discount compared to how much Bitcoin they are holding. Not sure it was that, but yeah. Runner, great stream. Thanks to you. I appreciate you. The compliment, always. AM, what happened if you don't print the fifth wave? Do we see us coming back into the 30s and maybe even take the 33k low? So I think I answered that when you were asking. So yes, so if we lose this area, then it's possible, as I said in one count, that still allow us to get a lower low, it's still possible then we are in an ABC and that we will make a lower low. Now, just to make things clear, if this is an ABC, so then it's possible that's a wave 4 of higher degree here, and we're going back down. But as we are alternatively looking at a triangle, if it's an ABC, that might just be the first subwave of subwave of the wave T, and that can take many different signs. So in that case, I will be looking at least for the high volume node, golden zone, potentially to the bottom of the range, and eventually a lower low. Osman, 382, 1 plus 3, work 2. Yes, you are right. I didn't mention it. Someone that knows his Elliott wave. So yeah, the alternative things to look for target for a fifth wave. I say you either take the length of 1 projected from the bottom of 4 and looking so between 0.61.8 to 1.61.8. If you take the length of 1 plus 3, you're looking at the 0.61.8 or 3.82, which very often gives you some kind of confluence between the two. Not so much here, but yeah. Well, you got several levels at least, and you will potentially find confluence in your sub count as you find 1, 2, 3, 4, and you see I can find a target for my little wave 5 coming with the bigger wave 5, etc., etc. Okay, I hope that was helpful to all of you. We got a peak of 24 spectators and 22 gem likes. Thanks a lot. So you liked my video. I appreciate this. So I don't really need to tell you to subscribe or leave a like, but maybe if you're watching this in a replay and you didn't, don't forget to do it if you appreciate the content. And yeah, hope you're well. Have a great weekend. Take care. Don't forget, the only thing you control in the market is how much you lose. So risk management is key. See you, everybody. Thanks for watching and participating.